Gianni, you are up next. Gianni Storm, the U.S. is finally acknowledging UFOs. What's going on?
Okay, so the belief that we might not be alone has risen from the pages of science fiction and blockbuster movies to the halls of government and central intelligence agencies. A political committee, UFO PAC, has even called on Washington to give the public some answers. Before the end of his presidency, I'm sorry, I'm speaking weird. Trump ordered a report detailing everything the government knows about UAP, which
Nice.
stands for the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena.
No.
But the provision came months after Senator Marco Rubio said that while the prospect that something otherworldly is behind those flying objects does not concern him, he was more focused as much on the idea that the U.S. adversary could be making secret technological advances. So my question to the panel is, what potential tech advances could we benefit from the UFO discovery? And if life exists behind the UFOs, do you believe that we'll interact peacefully?
You guys mind if I start? I have something on
Well, you
that.
go for it. Go for it, NASA boy. Go
Yes,
for it.
but no, I mean, so UFOs are, I don't know. I can't say that I don't believe in UFOs, but the thing that frustrates me is every single one of these videos. We have 4K, 5K, 20K, stuff. We're talking about the federal government and the army, and all of these videos are so grainy and horrible. I don't understand it. I mean, these are like the top of the line. I mean, when I look at my TV, right, my TV is just beautiful, flat screen, 4K TV. It's so clear I can like touch the stuff. But every one of these UFO videos is like, I can't see. I
Thank
don't know
you.
what the hell this is. Why? Can anyone? Can anyone please explain to me
I
that?
know.
I
I
Hey,
think
don't
they're
Mr.
being
Johnson, we're
understand.
piloted
looking
by
at you
a
to
force.
explain.
They're being piloted by a force of Bigfoots that like to hide in poorly lit and out
You're
of
silly.
focus areas.
I mean, every single video. How do we have these multi-billion-dollar planes and things,
Yeah.
and this video is so crappy? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, they have satellites in the space that can drill down to things on Earth to the like the
Yeah.
you can see people's
Oh my God.
faces on Earth
And these are so
from
grainy. I know.
space. But we can't get a plane who can capture a clear video.
Maybe with the UFO, like it throws off the technology in the camera, and this is just like a random thought.
Okay,
But
that's
who
possible
knows?
though. I
Maybe
mean,
it's
you might
there
be right.
if it
Some
exists.
weird waves happening. Weird waves.
All right, sorry, that was my take on it, but I'll let you guys go ahead, Robbie. Why don't you go?
So today it's important that the report examined 144 reports from 2004 to 2017, I believe it was. And what I learned was, well, UFOs are now being classified as UAPs, the unidentified aerial phenomenon, which makes a lot more sense in its categorization because a lot of these things aren't necessarily flying. This Think of false positives because even if I take a really neat picture with some cool sunlight effects happening around me, my fantastic little camera is going to pick up artifacts. There are going to be ghosts, if you will, in the image, something that's not there. And we have to take into consideration that equipment doesn't always work properly. So even if the radar's not functioning properly, it may return a false positive that there's something there that they can't figure out what it is, but it's not really there. Um, and this, I'm very skeptical when it comes to things like that because the people who tend to make the claims also, man, are a special lot. But Johnny, if they do come, will we interact peacefully? We had better, because if we're dealing with a species that has mastered interstellar travel, I really hope that they're not like us.
They're
And what I
far
mean to
more.
say
Yeah, that's true.
is that if they were like us, they would establish dominion over the earth because
Saw what
we would
happened to
be
the
these
indigenous
two
people in
hair,
Canada.
right? Right? Indigenous people everywhere.
Yeah,
Let's be
true.
honest.
Let's be
Right?
honest. Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
be honest.
yeah.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
Yeah, and that's it. I really, if they do come, Johnny, I hope that they're friendly and not like us, because then I just think of so many sci-fi series and movies like V. We could just be a food source, really.
True.
Like V.
What tech? Yeah, what
I don't
tech
think Johnny
But
knows
advances?
then
what V is.
Well, they reviewed one a
we
couple
just
of years
dated
ago.
ourselves.
They reviewed
Holy
the
Meg.
series a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I don't think she watched it because it was only like a season.
Yeah.
I'll watch
But
it.
as far as tech advances, I think that we would learn a great deal in the disciplines of physics and engineering if they're flying about in space. So it'd be interesting to see what other tech they have developed and whether or not that would be adaptable to the human species, the human race. Because if life is coming to us from beyond the stars, it's very unlikely that it would be a carbon-based life form that we have come to know and
Right.
recognize. It would be
Right.
alien, just as alien as we would be to
Literally.
them. So, is their technology even something that's applicable to our species?
All right, Jose.
Um, I had to chuckle when, Johnny asked if life exists, do you believe we will interact peacefully? And my comment is, we don't even act civilly with humans. So how are we going to interact peacefully? Um, I'm convinced that they've done a few drive-bys. This is what it is. They're doing drive-bys. They're seeing how shitty we are, and they keep on driving. And they're hoping that we're just going to change our tunes once in a while, right? To see when they can land. But no, in all honesty, this really does interest me, right? Because
Yeah.
who knows? Who says that we're alone, right? There
Yeah.
there must be other life forms out there. But like Robbie Rock was saying, and he and I were discussing this earlier, you take a cool picture with your camera. Hey, where did that shadow come from? So who knows what it is? Whatever it is, I hope they are patient with us because we're not the most civilized people out there. Let's be honest.
Mm.
And
Vanessa
I'm
G
hoping to
just said no
finally get to
curb
time
appeal.
travel or
That's
something
funny.
like that, So, but
Ooh.
no, it would be really cool to see what they are and what they can bring to us.
Yeah.
What can they show us? Because I'm hoping they're a lot more intelligent than us. They have to be.
Oh yeah,
Like,
they made it
Yeah.
here from another planet.
right? But, for now, keep on driving
Well,
by. We're not ready for you. We are very far from ready. We
Gianni,
are.
any final thoughts?
um, no. I've never believed in aliens. I've always had the open mind to like watch like ancient aliens, but that's not really knowledge, right? That's just more so kind of like fairy tales. But it's just I've always been open to um to extraterrestrial and even like NASA and space travel and things. I know those two are different things, but just in general, it's always interested. So I don't have any comments. I'm just ready to see what comes of things, like what happens in the future.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard to say. It's hard to say what would happen when they come because,
Mhm.
or if they come, or even if they exist. I still want to reiterate one thing: the massiveness of the universe.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because, like I said, I mean there are more galaxies, not stars, not stars. There are more galaxies of stars than there are grains of sand on Earth in our
Oh yeah.
universe. So to think that no other form of life exists would
It's
be,
arrogance.
yeah, that would be
Foolish.
pretty arrogant. Yeah. But whether or not they figured out how to get here and figured out that we even exist, I mean, again, if you imagine you're on a grain of sand in the earth and there is some other grain of sand somewhere else where there might be life, how they
Yeah.
connect, how you find each other, that's amazing to me. So,
Mm.
I mean, I mean,
Literally.
unless we found that life was, you know, prevalent everywhere, and if we go to Mars and we start finding that life was on Mars, life was on Venus, life was on, if we start finding that, then it makes more sense that life exists throughout the universe. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that is that. Great topic, Jen. Oh wait, let me get to the comments. I got comments. Greetings, Dr. Phil. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hey.
Vanessa G says
Hey,
no
Dr.
curb
Phil.
appeal. I just want to repeat that. I don't
No
know if
curb
everybody
appeal.
heard. Talking about
No
humans. If they
Yep.
came here. All right, Jacqueline Robson. I have a feeling that they would welcome the chance to dominate us. Manford, one of my best friends, Manford, how old are these videos that are being released? I mean, and that's the truth. It's just crazy. Vanessa G said Mitt Romney stated that we have more important things to worry about on the Earth and outer space. This takes a distant second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So another
funny.
reason. Uh, wait. Oh no, I see what that was a vaccine. She's talking about vaccines again. All right. All right. Thanks for that topic. Is this truth, lies, or shenanigans?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Well, it
Shenanigans.
could
I think
be.
it's some truth.
It could,
I think it's true.
it's some mysterious shenanigans.
I'm going with truth.
Well, I'm going to say that
I think there's
the
something
person
going on.
that requested the report also wanted to put boots on the moon and created Space Force. So might have been feeding an agenda. Just saying.
That's
Just
true.
saying.
That's true. I'm glad they're at least I'm glad they're releasing everything they do have. So, all right, let's get to the next one.
Truth.